Hello, everyone. I am Behnam Bakhshandeh, executive coach, author, speaker, workforce education, um, practitioner, organization development practitioner, and workplace learning and performance consultant and practitioner. You are watching the part two of Success Process: How to Turn a Dream into Reality. If you have not watched part one, please stop this video, find the part one in the YouTube, same exact title, Success Process Part One. Watch that first, and then come back and watch part two because you will get more benefit doing that. So I'm going to start from what we left on the part one. As I said, is continue from the part one. Please go back and make sure you watch part one. So what we talk about on the part one for success process in any project, personally or professionally, was about at first dreaming and visioning, then planning and creating, then goal setting and benchmarking, and then structuring and inventing the action plan, and then scheduling and implementing action plan. That would close the cycle of this success process. As I said, if you have not watched part one, please go and watch that because it serves you the best. Then you have a better understanding of what we are going next. So watch in the background that holding these four elements, not dreaming and visioning. What is it that in the background hold planning and creating, goal setting and benchmarking, structuring and inventing, scheduling and implementing? What is so common about these four, including this 5-element process that they have in common? Is the doing part, which I call management. All these four elements need your management skills. I would explain why the dreaming and visioning don't need management. Is your thought. Dreaming and visioning about your fulfillment, your success, your future have nothing to do with the doing part. We get back to that later. But what am I talking about? Management that have a direct impact in planning, goal setting, structuring, and scheduling. Do you have job descriptions for yourself, for anybody you hire, for anybody who work with you, from a small business to bigger business? Even if you are designing a party, do you have a job description? Simply, what are you doing and how are you going to do it and what you're responsible for? Many, especially many small businesses, practitioner ownership businesses, don't have job description for people who work for them. During my over 3 decades of experience working with businesses, I noticed a lot of businesses don't have a job description. That's why even the employee don't know what is really the job is. Do you have a job manual for your team? What beside the description, how they do the job? You can ask everybody who are masterful in that position, start writing step by step how to do that job. Are your daily administrative tasks getting done? Administrative tasks are very important for integrity and accountability of a business. All of your financial elements of your business, all the money in, money out, expenses, bills, emails, notifications, these are very important in doing part of a business. Do you review your plan? Just because you plan something, it doesn't mean it's relevant 6 months from now, a year from now. Look at your business plan, your action plans often, and revise them. Are you checking your team's schedule? I'm not saying macro manage. Give people autonomy they need, but check their schedule time to time. You can tell people's level of performance by, are they keeping their schedule? Are they going through daily and weekly schedule and mark off everything that they're supposed to do? Do you have systems in place? Bigger companies have MLS system, have more computer cloud-based system, but for a smaller business, from point A to point Z that the project's supposed to get done, there is a system for management. There is a system that you need to check. You design it, then you check it. Do you have trainings scheduled for your team? It's so easy to hire somebody with the skills and history and competencies, but do you need to train them in more skills they need? They might have hard skills. How about soft skills? How about 4C's skills? Critical thinking, communication, creativity, and collaboration. These are very important in the new era of businesses. For any project, you need to add soft skills training and in some cases, hard skills training to train your team. Do you review your targets weekly and monthly? I bet a lot of you don't do that. If you're behind your weekly target, it's a big red flag, red light, beep, 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 you're behind. You have to go back as a manager on the doing part. Add more to the next week's or next month's targets to make sure you hit your quarterly performance and productivity targets. Are you paying attention to the details? That is very important. I saw so many managers and business owners just avoid detail like it's a plague. Details make you win. The devil is in the details. When the details are not done, it keeps coming back to you. I call it finishing something. But if you're completing something, it never come back to you. And for completing something, you have to be patient. You have to look at every corner. Are you working as a team? It's so easy that you do something by yourself because you don't want to deal with other people to bother them, or you know they're not going to follow you and you have to check on them. And if that's the case, is in your relationship with them. But make sure you work as a team and everybody work together. Now, let's look at what was in the background of the whole thing that covered all 5 boxes. That is the leadership part, the being part. The management, the doing part, would not work if we don't have a support of leadership, the being part. What am I talking about? Let's go look at the options on or actions we can take on the leadership being part. Are you being responsible for your position? If you are a manager, are you responsible for that? If you are a technician, are you responsible for what you need as a technician? Good business owner sometimes remove oneself from management position. You might be a good technician, but not a good manager. You be very smart if you hire a good manager to run your business while you are a technician in that business. Unless you have enough management and leadership competencies and skills to be able to manage and lead your team. Are you being accountable for your performance, or you just blame other people and you never look at yourself as a cause in a matter of that business? Are you accountable for the failures of that business, or you keep pointing at other people? Are you being supportive of your team, training them and developing them on the leadership skills and competency you need them to have? Are you organized or you're sloppy? I look at people's desks. If I see full of papers, I know they are scamming. I know they are lazy. I know this is just set up. So if you ask them why this ABC is not done, the first thing they say, look at my desk. I am so busy. Look at, I'm so busy, I don't have time for other things. No, you're just being lazy and disorganized. Do you have a high interest in what you're doing? If you're not interested in what you're doing and not enjoying your time doing it, change your job, change your career, quit your job, go do something you love to do. Because if not, your performance and your productivity will suffer. Are you present to what you are doing? Or are you just doing it like a machine? Are you, again, is related to your high interest and enjoy and fulfillment of what you do every day? Are you in communication with your management? If you are a manager, are you in communication with your team? If you're a team member, are you in communication with your higher manager and supervisor? If you are a lower tier or middle tier management, are you in communication with your higher manager to let them know the breakdowns, to let them know what you're dealing with, to let them know the upset in your floor, let them know about people's resentments? For that, you have to be really in a good rapport and communication with people so you can communicate that with a higher manager. Are you focused on your leadership abilities and competencies and what's going on under your management and leadership? Are you being motivated to do that? Motivation by itself, I can lead 2 hours webinar about different elements of motivation. But you look for yourself and be honest. What is your motivation in what you're doing? Are you being positive? Look around. You know you are not positive when people don't talk to you. You know you're not positive when people don't engage you. Look and record what's coming out of your mouth and what out of your mind source what's coming out of your mouth. If it's negative, start training and developing yourself for different set of skills. Do you provide leadership or you are just forcing people and forcing the outcome? When you provide leadership, people follow your lead. You don't have to force them to do something. They know what they need to do. Are you acknowledging their effort? Are you promoting them? A little thank you, little pat in the back shoulder make a huge difference. So you can learn yourself a lot about leadership. So make sure you're spending time and do that. We are at end of this webinar 2-session series. Please follow us on social media. If you need any coaching for management, for business, any business coaching in your small business, any corporate training and development, please contact us. We are at your service. Thank you very much for your time and be well.